The long wait is over, and the silence of the bunker must now be broken. Your Geiger counter shows the radiation levels have dropped, but stepping outside your front door is the most dangerous move you will ever make. The world you left behind is completely gone, and the environment you are about to enter requires an entirely new set of rules for survival. Today, we execute the first exit. Before we turn the handle on the blast door, make sure you are subscribed to know all aspects on YouTube and following our page on Facebook. Your support keeps this survival blueprint alive. Like, comment, and share this video to help others navigate the aftermath. Let us step into the unknown. Welcome to episode 6 of the Atomic Blueprint. You have survived the initial blast. You have managed the fallout, and your inventory has kept you alive during the high lethal phase. Now, the data from your radiation detectors indicates it is time to transition from passive hiding to active scouting. However, leaving the shelter is not as simple as walking outside. You must calculate the external decay curve using the rule of sevens we established earlier. Even if the radiation has decayed by 99%, the remaining 1% can still cause severe cumulative damage if your exposure time is not strictly managed. This section focuses on the reconnaissance protocol. Your first exit must be treated as a high-speed data collection mission, not a scavenging run. You need to wear improvised protective clothing. This does not mean a military hazmat suit, which is difficult to find. Instead, use layered, tightly woven clothing sealed at the wrists and ankles with duct tape. Your goal is to prevent radioactive dust particles from making contact with your skin or entering your respiratory system. A high-efficiency particulate air mask or double-layered damp cloths must cover your mouth and nose at all times. Before you open the door, designate a clear boundary line just outside your shelter zone. This will serve as your decontamination point when you return. Carry your Geiger counter out in front of you, monitoring the dose rate with every single step you take. If the reading spikes unexpectedly, you must retreat immediately. The landscape will be full of hot spots, where invisible pockets of high-intensity radiation have cooled due to wind and rain. As you step onto the surface, the psychological impact of the destruction will be massive. The urban infrastructure will be shattered, with debris, downed power lines, and abandoned vehicles blocking your path. Navigation must be calculated to minimize exposure. Remember the inverse square law of radiation. Doubling your distance from a radioactive source reduces your exposure by 75%. Stay in the middle of wide streets, far away from the rubble piles and building facades where radioactive dust has accumulated like snowdrifts. Avoid walking through puddles or standing water, as water concentrated the fallout particles into a highly toxic slurry. Your primary objective on this first short run is to scout a secondary water source and map the local terrain for immediate hazards. Do not touch anything with your bare hands. If you must move debris, use a tool or heavy work gloves that can be discarded later. Keep a strict track of your time. Your first mission should not exceed 30 minutes. Your body has a cumulative radiation budget, and every second you spend outside drains that balance. Watch the horizon for weather shifts. Rain during the early weeks after an attack can bring down fresh pockets of high-altitude fallout, a phenomenon known as rainout. If skies darken, terminate your scouting run immediately and return to safety. Keep your communication device active but silent, listening for any automated emergency broadcasts or military frequencies that might indicate the presence of organized relief sectors or local dangers. Returning to your shelter is the most high-stakes phase of the entire mission. If you bring the dust back inside, you will turn your safe zone into a lethal trap. At the designated boundary line outside your main living area, you must execute a strict decontamination sequence. Remove your outer layer of clothing, your boots, and your gloves, peeling them inside out so the contaminated exterior is trapped on the inside. Place these items into a heavy-duty plastic trash bag and seal it tightly, storing it as far away from your living area as possible. Wipe down your exposed skin, face, and hands with damp cloths, throwing the used cloths into the contamination bag. Do not scrub your skin roughly, as this can push microscopic particles into your pores or create abrasions that allow radiation into your bloodstream. Once cleaned, check your skin with your Geiger counter to ensure no hot spots remain. This concludes episode 6, the first exit. We have mastered the decay calculation, the navigation of ruins, and the decontamination routine. If this guide has provided you with clarity, please like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to know all aspects on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook as we complete the Atomic Blueprint. The world has changed, but your ability to adapt remains your greatest strength. The reconstruction phase is long, but with physics as your guide, you are no longer a victim of the aftermath. You are the future. Stay grounded, stay calculated, and stay vigilant. Knowledge is your ultimate defense. This is Know All Aspects, signing off until the final revelation.